The confession that shook the stars. Travis Kelce paced the polished floors of his luxurious Kansas City home, his heart heavy with dread. After an exhilarating week of football victories and romantic dates with Taylor Swift, he was excited to celebrate his birthday with her at a private party. But the atmosphere turned sour the moment he overheard Taylor's phone conversation from the adjoining room. "Diddy, I can't believe you would even bring that up." Taylor's voice rose in pitch, tinged with disbelief and frustration. "What do you mean? You'll always have a special connection." Travis froze, the sound of his heart thudding in his chest echoing in his ears. The mention of Diddy, a name that sent shivers down his spine, made him feel as if he had just caught a whiff of rotten food. He and Taylor had been together for months, but the specter of her past relationship with the music mogul always loomed in the shadows. He stepped closer to the door, straining to hear. Taylor continued, her voice shaky. "We're just friends, Diddy. I'm with Travis now." The silence that followed was deafening. Travis felt an icy wave wash over him. What had Diddy said to her? Moments later, Taylor emerged, her eyes wide and startled to see him standing there. "Hey, babe, I didn't know you were listening," she said, a forced smile attempting to mask her anxiety. "What was that about?" he asked, his voice low and steady, though his insides twisted. "You said something about Diddy, what's going on?" She sighed, running a hand through her hair. "It was just a conversation. He reached out to check in on me, and I had to shut him down. He keeps bringing up our history, and I don't want that to affect us." Travis felt a storm brewing inside him, a mix of anger and hurt. "But you were with him before me. How can I know he's not still trying to get back into your life?" "Travis, you have to trust me. That was years ago," she pleaded, stepping closer. "You're the one I want to be with now. Diddy's just complicated." "Complicated?" Travis scoffed, backing away. "You think this is just some simple misunderstanding? You don't get it. It's not just a conversation. He's a huge part of your past, and I can't help but feel insecure." Taylor's expression shifted, her eyes softening with understanding. "I know it's tough, but you have to understand that I've moved on. Diddy doesn't define me anymore. You're my present and my future." As she reached for his hand, he instinctively pulled away. "How can I believe that when he's still in your life? What if he tries to come back?" A look of devastation washed over her face. "You can't do this, Travis. I chose you. This is not who I am. I'm trying to be honest with you." "I need some air," he said abruptly, storming out of the house and into the crisp autumn night. He kicked at the fallen leaves, feeling them crunch beneath his shoes, mirroring the turmoil in his heart. With each step, doubt gnawed at him. Was their connection real, or was he just a rebound from a complicated past? A few blocks away, he stopped to catch his breath. The cold wind bit at his skin, and the stars above glimmered mockingly. He pulled out his phone, scrolling through photos of happier moments with Taylor, her infectious smile, the way her eyes lit up when she talked about his football games. But the shadows of doubt crept back in. Just then, he received a text from Taylor, "Please come back. Let's talk. I love you." Travis's heart fluttered at the words. Love. It was powerful, but it also scared him. How could he reconcile her past with his feelings? The moments they shared felt precious, but what if he wasn't enough to keep Diddy at bay? Travis Kelce's heart shattered. Taylor Swift's shocking Diddy confession. It was a crisp autumn evening, and Travis Kelce was on top of the world. The Kansas City Chiefs had just clinched another dramatic victory, and his girlfriend, pop icon Taylor Swift, had been there in the VIP suite, cheering louder than anyone. Their whirlwind romance had been the talk of the world, blending the NFL and pop music cultures in a way no one saw coming. Yet despite all the lights, cameras, and magazine covers, Travis felt that he and Taylor had something real, something beyond the tabloids. But that evening, as they retreated to the cozy privacy of Travis's home, everything changed. Taylor seemed quieter than usual. She usually sang softly to herself as they settled in, her musical genius pouring out effortlessly. But tonight, she sat on the couch, nervously biting her lower lip. Her hands shook as she held a glass of wine. Travis, concerned, sat down beside her, his large, comforting frame dwarfed by the ominous tension in the room. "Hey, babe, you okay?" Travis asked, his voice soft, but his football-hardened exterior barely masking the worry. Taylor took a deep breath, then exhaled slowly. Her normally bright eyes were clouded with something dark. Trav, I need to tell you something. And I don't know how you're going to take it. His heart skipped a beat. He shifted closer, trying to maintain the warmth between them. Whatever it is, we'll get through it together. You know that. Taylor looked at him, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. It's about Diddy. Travis raised an eyebrow, confused. Diddy, like Puff Daddy Diddy, the music mogul. She nodded slowly, avoiding his gaze. Yeah, it's complicated, Trav. He leaned back, feeling an odd sensation of dread creeping over him. What do you mean? Did something happen? Taylor sighed, setting her wine glass down. Years ago, before I met you, I had a complicated history with him. More than just professionally. It was personal. Travis's chest tightened, but he didn't speak. He had always been aware that Taylor had a long and sometimes tumultuous past, but this felt different. More serious. He wasn't just a friend or a colleague, she continued. There was something else. He had this control over me, Travis. He would say these things, make these promises, and I believed him. It went on for longer than I want to admit. Travis's heart pounded in his chest. He wanted to tell himself it didn't matter, that it was in the past, but the weight of her words pressed down on him like a linebacker ready to blitz. Why are you telling me this now? He asked quietly. Taylor's voice wavered. Because he's reached out to me again. Recently. He wants to collaborate on a new project, and he's making it hard for me to say no. Travis's face flushed with frustration. You're telling me this guy from your past, someone who manipulated you, is trying to come back into your life, and you're considering it. She flinched at his tone but didn't deny it. It's not that simple. It's a major project, and the exposure could be huge for both of us. But it's not just about the music, Trav. He still has that hold on me, and I don't know how to break it. Travis stood up, running a hand through his hair. His emotions were in a whirlwind. The woman he loved, the one he thought he knew so well, was confessing something that felt like betrayal, even if it was from her past. Taylor, why didn't you tell me about this before? He asked, his voice a mix of anger and pain. Because I didn't want to burden you. I didn't think it would matter anymore, but now it's coming back, and I can't shake it. Travis stared at the ceiling, trying to calm the storm of emotions swirling inside him. Do you still have feelings for him? Taylor's silence was deafening. The Diddy confession. In the heart of New York City, amidst the swirling rumors and flashing lights, Travis Kelce was on top of the world. The Kansas City Chiefs had just secured a thrilling victory, and his budding romance with Taylor Swift was the talk of the town. Fans adored the power couple, and everything seemed perfect, until one fateful night. It started innocently enough. Travis and Taylor were enjoying a cozy dinner at a chic restaurant in Manhattan. Laughter filled the air as they shared stories and dreams. Taylor's sparkling blue eyes captivated him, and he couldn't help but feel as if he were living in a fairy tale. But as the evening progressed, the mood shifted when Taylor's phone buzzed with a text from a mutual friend. Did you hear about Diddy? She said, her voice laced with concern. Travis raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Diddy, the legendary hip-hop mogul, was known for his eccentricities, but he was also a prominent figure in the entertainment world. Taylor continued, her tone grave. Apparently, he's been making some wild confessions lately, she said. One of his exes said he revealed secrets that could shake Hollywood. Travis chuckled, trying to lighten the mood. What's the worst he could say? That he loves to throw parties. But Taylor didn't laugh. She looked troubled, her gaze drifting out the window. No, it's not just that. He supposedly has some connections in the league, and rumors about athletes have been swirling. Travis's smile faded. What do you mean? She took a deep breath. There's been talk that he mentioned something about dating a player's girlfriend. It's all vague, but it sounds like he's trying to play mind games. Travis's heart raced as he processed her words. He knew Diddy was known for his antics, but the idea that he might involve himself in sports relationships felt like a threat to everything he held dear. Is this just gossip? You know how rumors spread in this city. I thought so too, but, Taylor hesitated. What if there's a grain of truth? I mean, we're in a world where everything is intertwined. What if he tries to make a play for one of us? As she spoke, Travis felt a knot forming in his stomach. He had never been one to worry about rumors, but the thought of Diddy, with his charm and allure, making advances on Taylor sent a chill down his spine. You can't let this get to you. I trust you, and I hope you trust me. Taylor nodded but looked unconvinced. I do trust you, Travis. It's just, Diddy has a reputation. He's known for breaking hearts, and I'd hate for anyone to come between us. That night, Travis tossed and turned, unable to shake off the unease that had settled over him. The next morning, he decided to call Taylor to check on her, but she didn't answer. Hours turned into days, and their text exchanges grew sporadic. It was as if the Diddy confession had cast a shadow over their once bright romance. One evening, during an exclusive event for NFL stars, Travis found himself cornered by a group of players. Their laughter echoed around him, but he felt detached. Then, a familiar face approached. Diddy himself, radiating charisma as he greeted the group. Hey, Travis. Great game last week, man. You really crushed it. Thanks, Travis replied, trying to maintain his composure, but his mind was racing. He couldn't shake the feeling that Diddy was looking right through him. By the way, Diddy said, his voice smooth as silk, I hear you're dating Taylor Swift. Quite the catch you've got there. But, you know, she could really run with a guy like me. Just sayin'. Travis's heart sank. The words hung in the air like a weight, suffocating him. I'm good, man. She's with me.